So now we're thrilled to be joined by our booth partner, AI Media, Adrian Britton. Welcome, thank you so much. And now we're going to talk about all things caption. So Thank you so much for joining us. How are you enjoying ISE? We're getting close to the end of it. How have things been going?
Good, Sam, good. It's been a long strive getting us here, but yep, we're on that final stretch, excited and motivated to knock it home. Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice.
So we're seeing, obviously, a lot of overlap between broadcast and AV right now. And from your perspective, what trends are really driving that convergence, and how is AI Media helping to adapt and meeting those changes?
Sure. So we're here demonstrating on our booth a product that we call Lexi Voice. Basically, it makes language transparent. So in real time, it's taking audio in one language, and it's providing the audio back in a second language, and there's 100 languages spoken. So that has applicability in the broadcast space. Obviously, people are bringing content and moving it around, but it's also as equally important in the event space, in the live entertainment space, anywhere where multiple people are meeting and trying to converse when necessarily there isn't one language between the two of them.
And I know, obviously, convergence is a big topic at these shows, and a big part of that convergence is the ability to reach wider, more global audiences. So you mentioned the product there, Lexi Voice. How does that help organizations localize their content and expand into new audiences and markets?
Sure. So, I mean, let's just pick a sporting context, because I quite like this one. We've got a baseball team who have invited in a guest's team from overseas, in this case Korean team, and they wanted to bring that content back to Korea, but the commentators were all English speaking. So you're running through Lexi Voice, the product, the commentators speak, in real time you're getting now Korean spoken audibly back out with some passion, so the Korean audience is now able to localize that game that was effectively being played halfway around the world from them.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and especially considering there's a couple of sporting events that are happening this week, next week. I can absolutely see how that solution is really going to be helpful in tying everyone together, in terms of communications. And we've been so happy to have you here at our AVIXA TV booth, and you're really helping to enhance our fabulous show. So if you could share a little bit about what you're doing in order to support our show here, and give us a little behind the scenes look at what AI Media is doing in partnership with AVIXA TV.
Sure. So here we are in Barcelona. There's multiple studios that are running. The signal that's coming from here is being live translated into 2 languages. I believe German and Spanish are our destination languages at the moment. That's a huge consortium of people that are helping work. Obviously the behind the scenes tech team at AVIXA TV, our friends at Amazon Web Services, our friends at Ross Video. Everybody's taking their part of that signal flow and bringing it back into a new language. So we're delivering to our home audience, your home audience, an experience that is fairly close to real-time translation of my voice, your voice, but into the German and into the Spanish world.
Excellent. And I know AI Media has traditionally been known for accessibility, but we're also seeing a shift toward more commercial and sort of monetization-driven use cases. How are you evolving to support that broader business opportunity?
Yeah, so the business through the EEG brand has been synonymous with television studios across the world. A large number of the television outfits across the world have had the hardware associated with the EEG brand for years and years and years. The primary value that hardware gives is captioning, either the captioning that was originally provided by humans re-speaking, or increasingly, and in fact now exclusively, AI-generated captioning. That caption text is being translated into the second language, or the third language, or the fourth language. So that's increasing accessibility for maybe people that don't have that language as their primary language. Also, if you're traveling in a train or a bus and you don't want to have headphones on, being able to read captions helps improve your viewing experience. So you've got the ability to read captions, the ability to show translated text, and now increasingly with Lexi Voice, also the ability to take that content and move it into a different region. That changes from being an accessibility story to being a monetization story. So say you own the rights to something in a certain region and you can run the advertising for that in that region. If If you own that rights and you're now translating it into a new language, that is a whole new advertising opportunity that you have ahead of you. You've got a whole new market, and every slot is now accessible to you in a different region to monetize that through. And imagine the experience as well. I kind of speak English, and we all speak English.
We have a go at it.
Yeah, we try our best.
But if I was a fluent Japanese speaker and I only spoke Japanese, we could use that tool set to help break down this experience that we're all having here.
Incredible.
And that's a commercial use case. It's not an accessibility use case. But by breaking down language barriers, all these different ways of making money, making more value out of the content that you own, making more monetization possibilities, it's all ahead of you.
Yeah.
And absolutely, organizations, they're always looking to monetize things, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? That is their business models. So on the enterprise side, obviously we're seeing more and more organizations incorporate, more broadcast-like environments, obviously, to communicate with their customers and provide just, better quality productions in doing so. So how do your solutions support that shift and help teams deliver higher quality broadcast style experiences in those spaces?
Yeah, so we have a very simple box. I've talked a lot about the voice side, so we're talking about a different product here. So we have a very simple box that we call the Lexi Viewer box. Give it a video signal and it will make that video signal 75% smaller on the screen and just provide captions or translations along the bottom of that. Very plug and play, very good for a town hall, an AGM, or any point in time when you're trying to talk to a bigger room. Doesn't have to be end state, doesn't have to be for TV. You could be talking to an entire room with it, and it's just a plug and play little box.
Yeah, definitely. I can
convenient.
Certainly imagine that. So looking ahead to the next wave of live production and media experiences, what excites you most about where AI-driven accessibility and language services are headed?
So we'll be making some big announcements over the forthcoming shows, obviously, as you would expect. So I can't talk too much about that.
Okay.
But let's just talk about how different amounts of passion can come through in a voice. So at the moment it is a emotive voice, but it's always going to be an emotive voice if set that way. As we've been talking, these passions have been coming up and down in our language, and being able to be more human-like in the way that the passion comes and flows and ebbs will probably become present in our product fairly soon, along with a whole load of stuff that I can't share, but it will be very cool.
We'll be waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. Maybe at the Infocom show.
Yes, hopefully.
Get some scoops there, maybe.
Definitely in June.
Yeah. Adrian, thank you so much for sitting down with us, for spending the time. If people want to find you here at the show, where can they do that?
Yep, so we're over in Hall 4, booth 700. Come and say hello.
Will do. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the show.